Hey y'all, you need three things if you want to have engaged employees. You have to give them autonomy, you have to give them competency, and you have to give them purpose. If these three things are in place, then your employees will be intrinsically motivated to the work that they're doing. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you about autonomy. Autonomy refers specifically to autonomy over task and time. Everybody wants the opportunity to be in control of their lives, to be in control of their work, to do the tasks that interest them, and to come in and work at the times when they are most effective. Now, we can't always give employees complete autonomy, of course. The school teacher has to show up before the school starts so that they're there when the students are there and they can teach those students. But to the extent we can, it's important to give our employees autonomy. When I was promoted up to principal, my first supervisor said to me, I don't want to be surprised. That's it. That was her direction to me. Outside of no surprises, she was happy to let me do whatever I wanted to do, whatever I felt needed to be done. Within reason, of course, but really, when it came down to it, and it was time for her to go beyond words and to show action, the only thing she expected from me was to keep her in the loop. If there was a problem I had to solve, she wanted me to call her ahead of time, let her know what the problem was. We would talk through it. I would share what I think needs to be done. She would share what she thinks needs to be done. And at the end of it, she would let me do it my way. Now, I was a new leader. I was just learning, and she had quite a bit of experience. So sometimes she knew full well that my way was going to fail, that I was going to fall flat on my face. And she still let me move forward. She advised against it, but if I felt this is what needed to happen, she let me go and do it. And in my first year as a leader, I skinned my knee a couple times because I didn't listen to her. But it's because she gave me that ability to choose, because she allowed me to make decisions that she knew were going to fail, that I was able to learn. In my second year, I didn't make nearly as many mistakes because I'd learned from the ones I made in my first year. If I went forward doing something and it blew up, all she would expect from me is that I come back to her, we talk about how it went down, and if we still needed to do something to solve the problem because my idea didn't work, then we would look at what was her idea, what was her suggestion. We would do things her way then. And it was a really great system. I mean, that's what allowed me to then pass that same autonomy on to my team. When I worked with my team, I didn't tell them what they had to do or what needed to be done. I would point out the problems that we were having that we needed to solve. We would sit down, we would work together, and we would solve those problems. And because I was giving my team that freedom, they were really engaged in those meetings, in the problem-solving process. When it came time to commit to the solutions we came up with, everybody on the team was committed. Now, I said in a previous video, I told you my story about going from being a company man to a quiet quitter. And part of that problem is that the new supervisor came through, saw me as a messenger, took away that ability for me and my team to work together on problems, and instead she would tell me what the solution was, and I was just supposed to pass it on to my team. This didn't go very well with me, this didn't go very well with my team, and we went from being a highly productive team that was graduating more students than any of the other sites to being a highly demotivated team that was going through the motions and graduating very few students. Autonomy is one of three keys to engaging employees. If you can find ways to give your employees control over their work, they will reward you with higher productivity.